my kid far away from anything I've ever done.
He's in good company.
Hey. I think mine feel protective of it. Right? I do. I think they don't really talk about it. You know, when they watch it kind of stoically. You know, I don't know what they feel about like the campy stuff in it, but I just feel like that's their dad's thing. They like it.
My kids love it. I tell you a quick story. I came home one night from filming, 11 o'clock, 10:30. My two daughters, I have 6 daughters, 2 boys, but they're sitting there at 17 and 16, and they're sitting in the living room. There's about 8 guys and 1 other girl. And I come in like a tough guy, and I go to each kid, stay away from my daughter, you're in trouble. Stay away from my daughter, you're in trouble. Stay away. And my daughters are there smiling with the biggest smile on their face. They say, Dad, they're here to meet you. They love Goonies. That totally disarmed me. Then they all became my good friends. I took pictures with them. They love the Goonies.
Kerri, talk to us.
My kids do not like to watch it with me. They say I ruin it because I'm so busy saying, oh, that was the day that, you know, Martha beat up Corey, or this was, you know, a bunch of remembering all the different things.
Why was that the anecdote out of 6 months of shooting? That's the one thing you want to bring.
I'm sorry, I forgot. But so they love it, but they don't like to watch it with me because I ruin it, because I take away all the magic.
Doesn't she look wonderful?
She looks amazing.
She looks amazing, doesn't she? She has that little girl youthfulness.
There's 500 people in here who will watch it with you. I'll watch it with you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Kerri, Key, why don't you tell your story?
No, my answer is really short. I don't have any kids.
There you go. It's a fast story.
I like it that way. No, but I do have a grandson. I mean, I'm a godson.
You're like Jesus.
Yeah, I don't break for my age.
Mother Mary.
No, I have a godson. I showed it to him one day, and it was like a long time since I've seen the movie. I saw it with him. He loved it. I loved it, and I think it holds up, you know, really well. So there we go.
Immaculate Keyception.
Let's get a question on the other side of the room, Doug.
We got one over here against the wall. In all the movies you've worked on since Goonies, which would you say has been your favorite, and which compares well to Goonies?
Who's this to?
Everybody. Sean, start. Sean, go.
My favorite movie. Well, I did a movie in Oregon that was sort of a love letter to community theater called Bigger Than the Sky, and my mom was in it, and she kind of reprised her identical cousins thing from the 60s, the Patty Duke show. And so that's, but I mean, so we filmed in Astoria, Oregon. So it was Portland, Astoria. How did it hold up? It held up pretty well. Nothing can hold a candle to the Goonies. The Goonies is a one perfect thing.
Absolutely the Goonies. Absolutely. You know,
It wasn't the question. The question was, what was your favorite work since the Goonies, and has it had an effect on you in the same way?
Oh, thank you. I've actually been miserable since the Goonies.
Whatever it was.
I can say The Matrix. The Matrix was my favorite movie you've done since the Goonies. You were great in that.
Talking about experiences, right?
Yes. What was your favorite experience? There's nothing else.
Well, it's a good point though. There's a difference between like the story and what it is
Right.
in the movie,
We
and
don't
then
make
the.
movies like that anymore. When we were making the movie, it was all real stuff. We had to loop. You know what looping is? We had to loop the entire movie because all
For
the water.
6 months, or no, 3 months.
We were looping while we were shooting. You know, so they don't make movies like that. Everything's practical. It was all real. Just, you know, the kids sliding down. Those were like, they got that from Action Park, the water parks, and they put things to make it look like it was a tunnel. So it was all so much fun, and swimming in the swimming pool during lunch, and 6-day work weeks, and call sheets, whatever.
They still do 6-day work weeks. That hasn't changed.
But honestly, at the studio. And also, they never knew who they needed, so the call sheet was like everybody had to go to work. Remember that?
Yeah. When you say they don't make movies like that anymore, I think some people might think you mean like movies that have that type of story. That type of,
vibe,
you're saying
that vibe.
the way we made the
we
movie, the way they don't make movies the way we made that movie.
We
It's
had 4
absolutely true.
units. It was like you had the Spielberg unit, Donner unit, you had the ILM unit, you had Frank Marshall coming over and doing it, you know, pickup shots. It was like
And the octopus was very scary.
Okay, Robert, same question.
I mean, you know, there's a lot. When you do a film, you're like a microcosm of the family. So there's a lot of experiences. You meet people and you become family. And Goonies has been the most lasting family. And it has that cult and that popular cultural aspect, no matter where you go in the world. They even think Josh Brolin was on Jimmy Fallon one night. And Jimmy Fallon had the headband, the Josh Brolin headband.
Actually, Josh came out with the outfit
And
on.
he
right?
gave one to Josh to put on.
Oh, that
And,
was.
and he said to Josh, of the films you've done, which is the one that you get most stopped for? And he goes, Goonies. And I was just in Belgrade for 2 months. I was in Italy before that. No matter where you go, Goonies is a film that everyone loves. And Dick Donner, God rest his soul, said to me while we were filming, he said, this is going to be the modern day Wizard of Oz for a bunch of people. He foresaw that, and I got to tell him that.
He was right.
He was right. I got to tell him that. So I would say the family atmosphere of Goonies, and the Joey got me in trouble one day.
Robert, we gotta get down the line with this
Go.
question. Everybody else.
Come to my booth later and I'll tell you
We'll
how
tell you
Joey
all
got me in
about
trouble.
it. Kerri, same question.
come to my booth, you'll save you a long story.
I tell it a lot better because I know things about Joey nobody knows, trust me.
Goonies was essentially my first job, so I thought all movies were like that. So after that I did Summer Rental and Lucas, and they were both very special and really so different. So it was,
Not one pirate ship in either of those two movies.
there was the weird thing was,
And no good-looking guys either.
that's true. But the weird thing was that Summer Rental was the sailing ships, and then in Lucas, the cheerleader of the team was the pirates. So I kind of felt like that was my whole, you know,
Motif.
It was a motif, and I would not ever make a film without one of those things.
Even as a director? Oh, you gotta have your Easter eggs, just like all great directors. You gotta have your Easter eggs, right? Yeah, there you go. Now, next movie you direct, make sure you put an Easter egg. There you go. Exactly. Key?
For me, I don't think anything is going to beat the experience of filmmaking. I mean, making Goonies. It was really memorable, but I think for me, what made it even more memorable is that watching the fans and how much it means to them. I mean, it's really, like all of you guys, make the movie even more special after all these years. It's just one of the greatest experiences of my life. And I don't think we can ever top that, you know? It's like sitting here with my family. This is one of the happiest moments for me during this entire pandemic. I mean, I've been holed up in my house for the last 2 years, and just to see all of you, and to hear them, wow, it's just been incredible. Pittsburgh, thank you so much for having us. It's been
So
a great
humble,
weekend. Yeah.
so freaking humble, right?
Thank you.
Don't you just love that? You're such a humble guy.
Watch, we're all gonna be dead in 18 days.
What pandemic?
Jesus Christ.
Mr. Negativity. He's always negative this week.
Can I answer the damn question now? Jesus.
Oh, I have to answer that negativity.
All right. Anyway, for me, you know, and I think everybody hit on this, but everybody hit on me. I mean, everybody hit on this. No, when I did a movie that I really loved. My favorite performance was a film called The Birthday, kind of like Sean. It's a little movie a lot of people didn't get to see because it was an independent film that was never even released in America. But my favorite work, the favorite work that I've done as an actor that made me feel like I was doing something fulfilling, you can't compare that to something like this. And like everybody has said, when it comes to the family element, first of all, I want to say one thing. Today we are making history. You are part of that history because this is the first time in 35 years the 6 of us have gotten together without Richard Donner calling us and asking us to. No, I mean that. So God bless Dick. We really miss him. He's our dad. And without him here, it's very strange, but we're still grateful to be with each other. So thank you to the convention, to Robert, and to everybody who came for making this even more magical as our first time seeing each other in several years and our first time ever doing this without Richard Donner here. So thank you.
Excellent.